Enough with the prank. I've faced so many such illusions to the point that I'm bored of them. That expression of yours didn't look like you were bored, though. Come out. I'll kill you. That expression of yours didn't look like you were bored, though. Come out. I'll kill you. To think a human like you would really exist. It's as per the investigation results. To think a human like you would really exist. It's as per the investigation results. Sorry, but with your strength, you won't be able to destroy this world. And, all of your 5 senses should be telling you that this world is real. Jae-hwan. 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 This world is real. All the emotions you feel and all the things that you hear in this world are real. Do you not trust yourself? It's not too late to stop. How? How are you so certain? I know that this place is not real at all. Do you deny what all your senses are telling you? There you are. You're strong. You asked me where your friend is, right? It's something that everyone would know, yet you don't. Your friend should be dead by now. Whether he's in the metabus or the confinement facility. There's no way a being that doesn't have a follower would still be alive. I guess you don't know where Yu-hwan is either. You won't be able to change anything with a strength filled with such loneliness. You have passed the entry quest. The 7th floor of the metabus is a team quest, and your team is decided based on how you have passed quests so far. You're the terrorist. Are you up? Were you not imprisoned? I'm dependent on your worldview. Strictly speaking, I basically share one body with you. Room of cocoons. Where are we? Follow me quietly for now. We need to find Runard. There are cocoons everywhere. I've seen at least 1,000 cocoons so far. Are they all passengers who have climbed to the 7th floor? They all look so happy. This is the power generation room of the metabus. It either produces the thrusts that are given as products or extracts world power that's needed to maintain important worldviews. To think it'd be a system that extracts world power from the passengers to keep the tower running. I did think a place like this might exist, but I didn't expect it to be running on a system like this. This is the price they paid for climbing up to the 7th floor without knowing anything. The system has gotten even more vicious than it used to be. This wasn't how things were done in the past. I want to set them free. Found him. Can I get him out? If something goes wrong, he will receive damage when the link is disconnected and his soul could experience problems. Normally no. But he's fine. His link wasn't that complete. I see. Are you alright? I had a horrible nightmare. Runard. 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 Everyone was naked like you, Mr. Jae-hwan. So what if everyone's naked? Ho. Ah. They found us. Run away. Damn it, are we able to get rid of them? My world power hasn't fully recovered yet. Over there. Let's escape from there. Are they going to stay on our tails? I can't keep running with Runard. If there's no way around this. Mr. J. Juan. Stop. Your body is in no condition to do that. Just like how it's always been, I just need to pull through somehow. I knew you'd come soon. It's been a while. Didn't I tell you I'd bring you to the 7th floor? Mr. Newbie, I've kept my promise. The after the end world. Hello. I'm Renea, God of the Abyss. Let me tell you about the gods of the Abyss. The higher up the god is in the pyramid, the stronger they are. 7 great gods, 7 heavens, 7 stars. Higher, middle, and lower rank gods. They're similar to the monarchs in the almighty land, where there is the supreme monarch, lieutenant general, major general, and brigadier general. The 7 great gods of the abyss are strong gods that are on par with the supreme monarch of the almighty land. Ahem. I'll tell you about the 6 metabus gods. This is separate from the hierarchy of the gods of the abyss. It's a ranking solely within the metabus. 6 metabus gods. The 6 gods refer to the gods ranked from 1 to 6 on the metabus ranking. Right now, ranks 3 to 5 have been defeated by J. Juan. Number 1 Alliance's Commander Leader, Number 2 Alliance, Prayer, Leader, Alliance, Fire, Leader Justice, Number 3, Number 4 Alliance, Spark, Leader, Rakers Number 5, Alliance, Death, Leader Galadian, Number 6 Eden Cart. Just for your information, the Commander Leader who's ranked number 1 is said to be one of the top 50 strongest gods within the Abyss, even though he's not on the level of the 7 great gods. Mr. Newbie, I've kept my promise. You reached this place earlier than we did. I told you, I'm a veteran. My world power hasn't fully recovered yet. Over there. Let's escape from there. Are they going to stay on our tails? I can't keep running with Runard. If there's no way around this. Mr. J. Juan. Stop. Your body is in no condition to do that. Just like how it's always been, I just need to pull through somehow. I knew you'd come soon. It's been a while. Didn't I tell you I'd bring you to the 7th floor? Mr. Newbie, I've kept my promise. The after the end world. Hello. I'm Renea, God of the Abyss. Let me tell you about the gods of the Abyss. The higher up the god is in the pyramid, the stronger they are. 7 great gods, 7 heavens, 7 stars. Higher, middle, and lower rank gods. They're similar to the monarchs in the almighty land, where there is the supreme monarch, lieutenant general, major general, and brigadier general. The 7 great gods of the abyss are strong gods that are on par with the supreme monarch of the almighty land. Ahem. I'll tell you about the 6 metabus gods. This is separate from the hierarchy of the gods of the abyss. It's a ranking solely within the metabus. 6 metabus gods. The 6 gods refer to the gods ranked from 1 to 6 on the metabus ranking. Right now, ranks 3 to 5 have been defeated by J. Juan. Number 1 Alliance's Commander Leader, Number 2 Alliance, Prayer, Leader, Alliance, Fire, Leader Justice, Number 3, Number 4 Alliance, Spark, Leader, Rakers Number 5, Alliance, Death, Leader Galadian, Number 6 Eden Cart. Just for your information, the Commander Leader who's ranked number 1 is said to be one of the top 50 strongest gods within the Abyss, even though he's not on the level of the 7 great gods. Mr. Newbie, I've kept my promise. You reached this place earlier than we did. I told you, I'm a veteran. The 7th floor's quest has arrived. Quest, you can choose to join the game as the state or the terrorist. Lead your team to victory and obtain the authority to rule over the 7th floor. Time limit, to be announced later. Reward, 8th floor's entrance ticket, 300,000 trust. Conditional reward. You have become a terrorist. The following explains how a terrorist can win. Occupy the plant and announce your name to the residents of the 7th floor. The more plants you release, the more notorious you'll get. Release the residents imprisoned in the plant and obtain supporters. Hours after the quest starts, an election will occur. Win in the election, and your team will win. The 7th floor is almost the same as it was 500 years ago. Well, it was probably tough to rebuild from the 7th floor upwards. Are you intending to be of some help this time round? What? Aren't you being too harsh? I've been helping you so much. What's a plant? What's an election? There are so many difficult words in this quest. Look outside that window. That is a plant. It's the power room that we passed by just now. The residents are the passengers trapped in the cocoons. Simple, isn't it? You were trapped in one too. We'll attack the plants and free the residents that are trapped. What about the election? Everyone on Renee's team, please come out to the corridor. 5 minutes from now, the occupation war will start. Please wear the combat uniforms that have been distributed to your teams. It'll be faster for you to understand when you experience it yourself. The objective is Plant A-56. Please occupy the objective in 30 minutes and cut off the power. 7 team members, Jae-hwan, Runard, Renee, Ray, Pilgrim. Alright, then. Hi, everyone. The live stream is starting. We have some special guests today. An anonymous god is shouting Jae-hwan's name. Another says Jae-hwan is the real 6 gods of the metabus. An anonymous god shouts revolution. The god of doom, Thanatos, says he knew Jae-hwan would do well from the start. So many messages are appearing. The god of flame, Ignis, is criticizing Thanatos' change of attitude. A large number of gods are praising Jae-hwan. Wow, Siren, you're here again. Could that be the Siren I know? Siren TV asks you to put Jae-hwan on screen. Only/TV says it's alright even if Renee is the only one on screen. Man who knows law is chanting out laws as if he is praying. We'll all be challenging the metabus 7th floor together today. You all know that the 7th floor is a notorious one, right? The god of flames, Ignis, answers, I know. An anonymous god asks, wouldn't it be easy as long as you have a good team? The god of doom, Thanatos, says they're definitely on that state team. Why would we be the state team? Of course, we're the terrorists. The god of doom, Thanatos, asks if you're out of your mind. A small number of gods say that Renee is acting way too reckless just because she earned some trust. Come on, we have the naked thruster on our side. Some gods are saying that it will be tough this time even if you have the naked thruster. Why is everyone acting like that? Is being a terrorist that disadvantageous? Not just that, but it's also pretty troublesome. Troublesome? Which part? On the 7th floor, if you choose the right team, there's no need to do the quest. The king, who is the state team's leader, can always open the door that leads to the 8th floor anytime. What? Wouldn't it be better for us to change teams now? Who do you think will be the king of the 7th floor? Everyone. Time to head out. The strategy for Team Renee is simple. We'll take over the plants on the perimeter that have Team Gale and the other teams. We'll start from Plant A-56, where I'm expecting ferocious battles to take place. We'll then take over the central area with Mr. Newbie. To take over a plant, you'd need to occupy the 5 points it has and cut off the power. I get the strategy. Naked Thruster, I have high hopes for you. I'll get going first, then. I've recovered a good portion of my world power. We're heading out too. All right. We're breaking through in one sweep. Yeah, I want to do that too, but aren't there a little too many of them? Ray and Pilgrim, huh? I'll deal with Pilgrim. I want to test out whether Drake's as strong as the rumors say. I'll take Ray, then. What's wrong? Ah, that's the Naked Thruster. Damn it, he's already taken off his clothes. He's intending to butcher us all. The rumors of him taking off his clothes one by one when he's serious were true. Run away. No one said that the Naked Thruster would be here. They all really ran away after seeing Mr. Jaehwan naked. See? I told you we have to make sure they know who he is. That's normal. Mr. Newbie defeated 3 of the 6 gods who are a symbol of fear in this tower. Mr. Newbie's reputation in the Metabus has now surpassed that of the 6 Metabus gods. Naked Thruster. Naked Thruster. Naked Thruster. Naked Thruster. Naked Thruster. Are all the passengers people who failed to clear the entrance quest? At least half of them are. What about the remaining half? They're the teammates chosen by the state. Those who chose the state become the residents of the 7th floor with the condition of supplying world power to the whole Metabus. I told you earlier, didn't I? You don't need to do the quest if you choose the state team. And you can obtain the eternal yesterday. Yesterday? That's the name of the dream that they're dreaming of. The yesterday of Anonymous God 32, the yesterday of Anonymous God 86, the yesterday of Anonymous God 95. Numerous yesterdays. Dreams are in that place. In that place, some gods become the high-ranking god that they want to be in their dreams. Some gods meet their beloved followers again. To begin with, the Metabus is a tower where such people gather. A place where people who can't get what they want in reality gather for the sake of running away from something or to get something that they don't have in reality. The passenger who arrives at the last floor can make a wish to the owner of the Metabus, the driver. They'd chase after a mirage that might be true. That's what all the passengers come here to find. And, maybe some of them did find what they desired in that dream of theirs. This is wrong. This is fake. Runard, what is real? Real things. Real things do not need to be proven. That's right. That's what being real is. The only things that need to constantly prove themselves endlessly would be the fakes trying to compare themselves to the real. The real can naturally sense that they're real. But, can you say that those expressions are not real? Some of these passengers must know that what they see are just illusions. Despite that, they are still happy because they managed to find what they want in yesterday's illusion. Like how we used the return stone. There are people who have the same dream. That's the place known as some time ago. It is a place that maintains yesterday. It's where the people who are trapped in yesterday gather. That huge building over there is the castle of the state. The person who stands on the castle's terrace is the king. Do you know who that is? Yes. She really enjoyed attention 500 years ago, and this is what she's become now. She's now known as the god of yesterday. My past comrade, Artina. The god of yesterday, Artina. The leader of the alliance, Prayer, one of the 6 Metabus gods, rank 2. A god that's like Anderson, Eden, and Justice, one of the 4 hero gods, from 500 years ago. She's the culprit that threw me into an illusion during that entrance quest. However, the people of some time ago don't really look happy. They all look like they're busy quarreling and tearing each other apart. But, that person within some time ago. What has he been doing? He's probably browsing Little Brother. There are a lot of people on Little Brother who are likely to be addicted to some time ago. In that place, you can be anonymous on Little Brother. Anonymous God 88-inch scoffs and says that Naked Thruster is honestly not real either. Anonymous God 88 says all the Naked Thruster did was deliver the last blow to the 6 gods that were already weakened by the King of Crows and Gene Yancey. That's utter bullshit. Anonymous God 88 says that Naked Thruster defeated Rakers by sheer luck, and that all gods know that Rakers was just fluff. Anonymous God 127-inch is surprised at the rumor. Anonymous God 51 asks if that's true. Anonymous God 88-inch says that he can guarantee that. That's the yesterday that people wanted to find. I'm not sure either. I found the power. I'll cut the power. The plant's power will be cut off for 10 minutes. Please free the residents within the plant. I still think that being trapped in such a world is wrong. I'm sure they'll listen to us if we persuade them slowly. It'd be tough at first, but they'll all come to their senses when they wake up from their dreams. Ugh. Are you awake? This place. Don't be surprised, you've been trapped in that cocoon and dreaming this whole time. What did you do? It might be tough for you to accept reality now. What the hell did you do? Why did you take me out of the cocoon? I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'll kill you, hey. Let him go. Who the hell are you? Naked Thruster. Cough. Don't kill me. Spare me. Please spare my life. I won't do anything like that again. Like that? I won't kill you. Just get out of there. Get out of the cocoon. No. I'm going back. I can't live in this place. I'm going back. I'm going back. Power is returning to the plant. The power. Naked Thruster, I'll root for you. So please, don't wake me up. If you really want to root for him, then don't go back in. Come back out. You have failed at freeing the residents. No. Why? You have failed to take over the plant. Anonymous God 88-inch says he just saw the Naked Thruster, and that he's really nothing much. Anonymous God 88 says he talked condescendingly and swore at the Naked Thruster, and the Naked Thruster was so scared that he couldn't say anything. You failed. I thought you might be able to do it. I guess it's tough for you too, huh? I also failed here last time. Let's get out first. The drones will come soon. The plant's rooftop. All of those power rooms with numerous cocoons are plants, right? Yes. No matter what we do, they refuse to come out of yesterday. Under that light, some are having a happy dream and some are dreaming of a dream that's no different from reality. Whether they're happy or not, they're living in that dream. The election will start in 23 hours and 30 minutes. Please take over a new plant and gather supporters. People who are trapped in yesterday and refuse to live in today, no matter how hard we try to persuade them, they probably won't want to face today. What are you thinking so intently about? Warning. You must take over at least one plant within 12 hours. Something that, yesterday, didn't think of. People who are trapped in yesterday and refuse to live in today, no matter how hard we try to persuade them, they probably won't want to face today. What are you thinking so intently about? Warning. You must take over at least one plant within 12 hours. Something that, yesterday, didn't think of. If you fail the quest, you will be forced to get off the metabus. The god of flames, Ignis, is curious about what Jaehoon is thinking about. Something that, yesterday, didn't think of. Now. I don't know what you're thinking, but raise your hands if you still want to crush the 7th floor anyway. Anonymous God 48-inch says that the revolution is the way to go, so, what are you thinking about? I'm a little tired. Huh. I'll be resting for just 12 hours. I need to completely recover my world power. Hey, they said we'd be forced to get off the metabus if we don't take over a plant within 12 hours. Hey. You have failed to release the residents. You have failed to release the residents. You have failed to release the residents. You have failed to take over the plant. Not a single god is in their right mind. Wow, it's this hard to complete the mission. Why does no one want to wake up? I thought there'd be a lot of gods that want to go against the alliance. It's because they've gotten too used to the current situation. That's all fake, though. What's real or fake isn't that important. What? When you become a god, there's a lot of things you need to take care of. You need to cultivate your worldview. Gather followers, manage the followers, buy items when needed, and watch a lot of Little Brother so you can catch up with the trends. On the outside, you're busy competing with other gods, and on the inside, you're busy taking care of your followers. Everyone's so busy with their lives. That goes on for years, decades, and centuries, it repeats endlessly. Eventually, they'd get sick of today. They're all living such busy lives. I didn't think that was the case. What? Why are you looking at me? There are a lot of gods that don't do all that too. That's why there are a lot of followers that move on to other worldviews. But, it's a fact that most gods are busy. However, on the 7th floor, most of them can forget about those tasks. What? Why? Because the God of yesterday takes care of them all. The gods didn't rely so much on the 7th floor at first. They're people who take pride in their own worldviews. There's no way they'd fall that easily. But, when they're here, things like worldview management, follower management, and item management. All the services required to maintain a worldview can be done for them. Once you get a taste of such convenience, it's inevitable that they'd get addicted to it bit by bit. Their worldview and followers are all taken care of. The gods simply need to eat their fill and play. And, the gods who become famous here would also be recognized. Ah. I was originally one of the anonymous gods, what? Seriously? I'm pretty sure everyone in yesterday would have heard of my name because I was there for such a long time. Why did you come out? It's a little hard to explain the reason, but I felt like I was living life in the wrong manner. Hey! Wake up! We said we'd destroy the alliance together. The god of flames, Ignis, looks at Renee glumly. The god of doom, Thanatos, asks Renee to give up on those that won't make it. Anonymous God 48 apologizes to Renee. Is her goal to drive the alliance out of the tower? Probably. The reason she kept streaming even though it was unpopular was to expose the alliance's corruption. Now that she has the naked thruster, it's no longer just an impossible dream as long as we somehow manage to take over the 7th floor. The 7th floor is what overlooks most of the revenue of the alliance. If we can take over this place, bringing the alliance down would no longer be just a dream. You asked me why I got out of yesterday earlier, right? After seeing her challenge the tower so many times, I wanted to be a little courageous as well. Warning. You must take over at least one plant within 10 minutes. If you fail the quest, you will be forced to get off the metabus. Ah. There's only 10 minutes left. We still haven't taken over a single plant. What do we do? Just kill all of them? You can't. If we hurt the anonymous gods, all the fighting forces of the 7th floor will rush over here. And, if we turn the gods against us, we won't be able to win the election. You have become a terrorist. The following explains how a terrorist can win. There's no need to be too worried. There's a way to avoid being forced off the metabus. Really? Right beside the warning message, there's some really small words. Read them. The metabus. If you pay 3,000 trust, you will be able to obtain 12 additional hours. Is that how they're all staying in this place? That's the only way to do it, after all. That's why they can just take the easy way out by offering trust to them instead of fighting the Alliance. The Alliance doesn't think anyone can change this place. That's why they're so confident and just asking for trust openly. This is the strategy of the Alliance that has been effective for the past 500 years. The Alliance would always make use of the tower's system to delay the revolution, no matter how many gods who are furious at the Alliance's tyranny gather. The boiling emotions within them would cool off quickly unless the stage for revolution takes place. That's how they calm the fires of the revolution, and when more gods start to say they're sick of the situation. On setting board of this, anonymous god asks if you're still going to free any plant. You're using what brought us to our defeat. Artina. At this rate, the number of gods that were rooting for us would disappear in an instant. Are we failing again? If only someone could gather them just once. You have succeeded in freeing plant A57. You have succeeded in freeing plant A58, this is. You have succeeded in freeing plant A61. Is her goal to drive the Alliance out of the tower? Probably. The reason she kept streaming even though it was unpopular was to expose the Alliance's corruption. Now that she has the naked thruster, it's no longer just an impossible dream as long as we somehow manage to take over the 7th floor. The 7th floor is what overlooks most of the revenue of the Alliance. If we can take over this place, bringing the Alliance down would no longer be just a dream. You asked me why I got out of yesterday earlier, right? After seeing her challenge the tower so many times, I wanted to be a little courageous as well. Warning. You must take over at least one plant within 10 minutes. If you fail the quest, you will be forced to get off the metabus. Ah. There's only 10 minutes left. We still haven't taken over a single plant. What do we do? Just kill all of them? You can't. If we hurt the anonymous gods, all the fighting forces of the 7th floor will rush over here. And, if we turn the gods against us, we won't be able to win the election. You have become a terrorist. The following explains how a terrorist can win. There's no need to be too worried. There's a way to avoid being forced off the metabus. Really? Right beside the warning message, there's some really small words. Read them. The metabus. If you pay 3,000 trust, you will be able to obtain 12 additional hours. Is that how they're all staying in this place? That's the only way to do it, after all. That's why they can just take the easy way out by offering trust to them instead of fighting the Alliance. The Alliance doesn't think anyone can change this place. That's why they're so confident and just asking for trust openly. This is the strategy of the Alliance that has been effective for the past 500 years. The Alliance would always make use of the tower's system to delay the revolution, no matter how many gods who are furious at the alliance's tyranny gather. The boiling emotions within them would cool off quickly unless the stage for revolution takes place. That's how they calm the fires of the revolution, and when more gods start to say they're sick of the situation. On setting board of this, anonymous God asks if you're still going to free any plant. You're using what brought us to our defeat. Artina. At this rate, the number of gods that were rooting for us would disappear in an instant. Are we failing again? If only someone could gather them just once. You have succeeded in freeing plant A57. You have succeeded in freeing plant A58, this is. You have succeeded in freeing plant A61. I'm so nervous. The candidates are about to say their election pledges. Gods out there, trust me. Candidate A, the god of yesterday, Artina. I'll make the 7th floor of the metabus a paradise so that everyone can live in the yesterday that they dream of. The perfect care service for gods who don't want to work. Followers that will grow even if you don't do anything. Delivery service for personalized items so that you'll never fall behind trends. Gods ought to be rewarded for their labor. You, who have worked your whole life for your followers, can rediscover what you've lost on the 7th floor of the metabus. The only candidate who fights for you, Candidate A, the god of yesterday, Artina. Anonymous God 33-inch says that he's so touched that he's about to cry. Anonymous God 92 says that the king has already been decided. Wow, there are so many reactions. We won't lose to that. Candidate B, Renee. I'm Candidate B, Renee. Siren TV is grumbling because your concept is too similar to hers. Only/TV cheers for Renee. Anonymous God 583 cheers for Renee. Worldviews that can be maintained without any effort don't exist. Do you intend to continue neglecting your present while getting deceived by tomorrow? She's really good with words. That's a really honest pledge which doesn't lie about what can and can't be done. That's why it'll be more disadvantageous. What? Why? Because Renee is talking about the truth of the 7th floor. That'll cause the gods to turn away from her even more. Because, what people want to hear, is different from the correct thing. Anonymous God 94 shouts, that video is fake, your trust that is being exploited by the alliance. Anonymous God 986 says it's so painful to watch that video. Anonymous God 72 says he will not fall for such instigation. I'll return it all to you. No way, that can't be helped. No one likes facing reality, after all. Renee's pledge isn't wrong, but saying the pledge that the voters want to hear is an important strategy. I have a pledge that'll bring them back to our side. Leave it to me. Candidate C, Drake's avatar, Pilgrim. Anonymous God 521-inch says she's looking forward to Pilgrim's pledge. I'm Pilgrim, Drake's avatar. If I become the king, I'll rebuild the castle with dragon bones, uplift the reputation of dragons, and hold dragon hunts twice a week while increasing the welfare that you enjoy. Candidate D, Intermediate God, Gale. Candidate E, the God of Flashes, Ray Ray, I am the God of Flashes, Ray Ray. Damn it, it's because it's my first time speaking to so many gods, it's alright, you did great. Cheer up Ray Ray. Hello, I'm Candidate F, Runard, ahem. If I become the king, I'll give 1 million trust to all the gods on the 7th floor. The real-time results of the vote will be shown shortly. Will we be able to win? Even if you do win with that ridiculous pledge, where would you get all that trust? All that matters is if we can get one more vote, since everything is combined at the end. Combined? Since the terrorists are the ones at a disadvantage, it's possible to combine the votes during the election. We're splitting up Artina's votes by letting as many candidates run as possible and then combining those votes into one person's again. Voter turnout 54.4%. Looks like there are still a lot of gods who haven't voted. Oh, it's starting. The real-time voting results will be shown. Number of votes counted. 38.3%. Number 1 Artina 405,434 votes. Number 2 Renee 157,123 votes. Number 3 Runner 34,123 votes. Number 4 Ray 8,731 votes. Number 5 Gale 351 votes. Number 6 Pilgrim 163 votes. Wow, I'm number 3. I have 30,000 votes. Are they all crazy? Why do I only have 163 votes? We have too few votes. Even if we combine all our votes, we'll only have half of what Artina has. That just means there are that many gods that don't want the era to be changed. It's over. You guys did your best this time too. The leader of the alliance, Prayer, the god of yesterday Artina. Castle midday of tomorrow. I'm counting on all of you to keep up the good work until the election is over. Including the manipulation of opinions of the voters. How you can leave everything to us, your advisors. But did those idiots really kill justice? Anderson, you've changed so much. Do you still dream of something stupid like a world where gods and followers are equals? Anderson, you said everything will become peaceful if everyone is equal. You were wrong. Take over this site. Don't let anyone live. The gods that I've seen are trash beyond help. Unless they give up on their worldviews, conflicts will never cease to exist. Anderson, I'm going to get rid of conflicts in my own way. If I can't get rid of all the trash. That's how the God-rearing project has stood firmly for the last 500 years. I'll trap all the gods that come into the metabus on the 7th floor and keep the alliance running by supplying it with infinite world power from them. I'll break their spirits with conveniences and entertainment. And eventually turn them into anonymous gods. I can now make the whole metabus think what I want them to think just by controlling the anonymous gods. No matter who appears, the kingdom of yesterday will not fall. A new candidate has appeared. Yesterday is over. Naked thruster. What is the cube doing in his hands? That lunatic is going to kidnap us with the cube. Ah! Run away. Most of the gods that have been dragged out of their cocoons have been caught by him. Just so you know, this isn't a pledge. All of you will live in today from now on. Newbie, get up. What's happening? This place is. Get up now. It's time for training. Anonymous God 37. What are you doing? I'm not Anonymous God 37 anymore. Go join them over there. What are you talking about? Anonymous God 98. I'm so scared, please help me, I'm so sorry, even Anonymous God 83 is there. Why do they all look like that? Anonymous God 37. What have you done to them all? Also, where's the skin you're so proud of? Why are you all naked? Get yourself together. Do you think nothing will happen to you after doing something like this? Why the hell are you doing this? Don't worry, they can't mess with you. They can't be reckless in how they treat you if they want your vote. Also, Artina would never let them do as they wish. We promise to survive together. I don't know what happened to you, but Artina will be here to rescue us. At first, everyone thought the same, that someone would come rescue them eventually. Everyone who thought that way died. You. Naked thruster. a terrorist like you will never succeed. No matter what you do, I won't support you guys. If you have any complaints, you can leave. I'll tell you how you can do that. Really? Yes. You just need to fight against me and win. When do I start training, sir? Just how many months or years have passed? Why are your voices so soft? Did we force you guys to do this? Get into position for point 6. 5 times. How many times? 5 times. Is that the loudest you can be? Do it 30 times. Point 8, begin. What the hell is a point? Why is it so systematic? Are you guys trying to torture us? I feel like I'm breaking in half. Is this ever going to end? Just how many more are there? Why is no one coming to rescue us? Where the hell are those drones of Artina? Time passed by endlessly and all the gods, including me, had given up on asking for a rescue. I don't know why, but no one's coming to rescue us. We've been abandoned. We must survive on our own now. Roll forward, roll backwards, and thrust. We need to survive in this hell that endlessly repeats itself. Now, only gods that thrust all day long are around me. I've succeeded in completing 5,000 thrusts. Great job. Hee thank you. I want to be praised too. I'm so jealous of him. Me too. You lunatics, what's there to be jealous of? Have they lost their minds after repeating meaningless actions countless times? More and more newbies, I mean, gods have gone crazy after doing nothing but thrusting. A god who is healthy. Don't do it. Shut up. Has a healthy soul. Don't shout weird stuff like that. It's starting to make me feel crazy too. A god who is healthy. Has a healthy soul. I think, I'm about to go crazy too. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to. I just heard a really satisfying sound. It feels like my head's clearing up. It feels like nothing matters anymore. The stress of a new gotcha coming out or the jealousy towards another god that has a good item, it feels like none of that matters anymore. I feel like I've gone back to the times when I roamed the abyss by myself. God, are you finally back? The voices of the followers that I've forgotten about. I've missed you, the god of grasslands, Martis. Great work. You can leave now. Pardon. Be but. Go. You'll understand once you do that. Run away. That lunatic is going to kidnap us with the cube. Run away. Most of the gods that have been dragged out of their cocoons have been caught by him. This was how I behaved right before I got dragged away. Don't tell me, did time on the outside barely flow at all? And, that cube, it doesn't suck me into it now that I've been sucked into it once. That means, if I wanted to, I could go back to yesterday again. Time hasn't moved much. And I'm still here. Nothing has changed. Hey, Martis. Did you complete the training? What are you standing there for? Let's go wake the rest up. Let's help them feel as refreshed as we do. Something has changed. Let's go. The durability of the time cube has almost been depleted. I guess the cube's at its limit. I tried to make it like how I made the Tower of Nightmares, and I succeeded. Currently, the time ratio of the time cube is 10 years for every 10 minutes. That means 10 minutes in this place would be 10 years in the cube. Each team would have exactly 10 years. I was wondering if such training would be sufficient. But it was really effective. Newbie, time for training. The 7th floor. My 7th floor has been ruined by mere perverts like them. Just what kind of god could do such a thing? How many years did that person say he spent in the cube? A total of 200 years. And all the gods in that area's plants are supporting him. The approval rating of the naked thruster is rising quickly, number of votes counted. 65.11% Number 1 Artina 435,231 votes Number 2 Jaehwan 361,501 votes Number 3 Renee 167,631 votes Number 4 Runard 54,465 votes Number 5 Ray 10,381 votes Number 6 Gale 543 votes Number 7 Pilgrim 321 votes. Prepare the last sequence of the election. I'll show them that yesterday will not disappear that easily. Number of votes counted. 65.11% Number 1 Artina 435,231 votes Number 2 Jaehwan 361,501 votes Number 3 Renee 167,631 votes Number 4 Runard 54,465 votes Number 5 Ray 10,381 votes Number 6 Gale 543 votes Number 7 Pilgrim 321 votes. Naked Thruster, I knew you could do it. At this rate, we could win when our votes are combined. I wanted to be of help this time, though. You're not a god. There are things that you can't do. The current public opinions of the candidates are being revealed. Public opinions. Everyone, be careful. That's not just any public opinion. That copy's siren. Shut that broadcast down. I can't believe a third-rate streamer like you could make it here. Do you like leeching off the naked thruster? Ray stutters. He's always acted like he was above others ever since he was in yesterday. To think I'd see him humiliated here. Anonymous God 548 asks Renee to explain herself. Wait a minute, I never said anything like that, though. Are you getting upset now? Are you looking down on everyone now that you have earned some trust? Someone like you is a follower of the naked thruster. If I were you, I'd just leave him alone. If you have even a little bit of a conscience, get off the metabus on this floor. You should at least have some kind of conscience if you aren't going to be of any help. Hey, stop the messages. Stop sending those messages. Artina. You want me to stop? It's just starting, though. Do you think this matter is something that can be stopped? Were you thinking of becoming the king of the 7th floor with that weak resolve? The messages that you guys are hearing are just a very small fraction of what I hear. Yet you already want to give up. Why you hear these messages every day? Anonymous God 511 scoffs at the terrorists. Anonymous God 675 asks if you're trying to become a king with only that level of resolve. I am sorry. I just, burden. Useless fucker. Stop pulling others down and get lost. That's enough. Mr. Jaehwan. Why are you so late? The god of yesterday, you crossed a line there. If you hurt our captain's teammates any further, we'll stab you to death. Oh. You want me to stop? I'm not the one who started this, naked thruster. What did I start? You destroyed my cocoons, didn't you? You also put weird thoughts into them and corrupted them. I didn't do anything. They're the ones who chose to live in today. They decided to live in today. Fellow gods, was your time living in yesterday with me so insignificant? Shut up. You were just exploiting us. If you had done a proper job, we would still have been in yesterday. Exploited you? Me? Weren't you the happiest when you had the services of yesterday? We've changed. We've decided to live in today with our own strength. You want to live your best life for today. That sounds nice. But everyone. Did you live your best life in yesterday? All of you could have easily done that in yesterday, too. No one forced any of you to spend your life in vain. That's because do you think you can live in today, after all this time? But, you people who can't even live in yesterday, without me, can you really live in something like today? Are you really going to throw away everything you've left in yesterday? In the end, today will also become yesterday after it passes, retards. Don't act like you've gotten an epiphany. Snap out of it. You might feel a sense of freedom right now, but you'll soon find out that it's not real. Have you forgotten what kind of a place the abyss is like? All of you who were driven out by the vicious competition previously will eventually fall behind again. Once you're tired from the competition, you'll remember yesterday again. You'll wander around, looking for comfort, and miss it. You'd probably think this at that time. What would it have been like if I had stayed in yesterday back then? Don't do anything you'll regret. What's so bad about only remembering the happy things in life? It's alright to not live such a hard life. That's not the only thing that can bring happiness. I hope all of you can remember just how precious your yesterdays are. Wait, everyone. Pull yourselves together. You mustn't fall for that. Those who want to go back can do so. I wasn't expecting anything anyway. There's nothing I can do for all of you. I'm not your nanny. Mr. Jaehwan. If you prefer your comfortable past, then go back there. Hey, what are you doing? I already know that it's useless to keep telling them to live in today. That was how it was when I thrusted all alone. Nothing will change even if he does such lousy thrusts all day long. I'd rather use that time to find a good skill instead. Those who said that have all fallen into the dream of a mare after being deceived by the return stone, just like how the anonymous gods are being deceived right now. Most of the gods here don't know how to live in today, that's why I taught them how to thrust, so that they can use that as they try living in today. The today that appears in a trash place like yesterday is just an illusion given to the gods to make them think they're living a proper life. The real today is made by living through every single hellish day and enduring it. Among them, there probably won't be many that will live in today until the end, because there's no guarantee that today will bring more happiness than yesterday. What are you trying to do? The choice is up to all of them. But, I can promise one thing. Those who stay in yesterday will die in that very same yesterday. Are you crazy? If you do something like that, you'll become the public enemy of the abyss. No way. No matter how insane he might be, there's no way he'd do that. Thrust if you want. Are you saying you want to wage war against the whole abyss? Stop it. If you cross that line, you won't be able to return from it. Not even you will be able to handle such a sin. You're probably a good god, what? You're trying to save them by not giving up on all of them. You're trying to stop me because you know what's right. But I'm sorry, Jaehwan. Let's go. Let's move forward. I wouldn't have come this far if a good god was all I wanted to be. dragon god, Dorian, dropped his jaw. The god of light, Brigetz, has his eyes wide open. The god of doom, Thanatos, feels ecstasy. The god of crimson dragons, Drake, can't hide his shock. A total of 197,412 gods have died on the 7th floor of the Metabus. A total of 232,974 gods have died on the 7th floor of the Metabus. A total of 289,110 gods have died on the 7th floor of the Metabus. Message transmission of Little Brother has been stopped temporarily. I already knew, but he's really one crazy dude. Seeing as how the Metabus is overloading Little Brother, there must be a ton of messages flooding in. God, he'll die if we leave him be. We should help him, right? Why should I help him? There you go again, acting all shy. Since you rushed me so much, we took the official portal. And very soon, rumors that one of the 7 great gods has descended onto Caspian will soon spread. Third of the 7 great gods, the master of the 3rd sight, tropical night, the avatar of Ignis, the god of flames. Caravan of scorching heat. Don't try to act cool. You can't even go in anyway. Is the neutral treaty that important? It is, for now. I'd like to request a temporary vote. The chief commander pulled Kronos' elite army into the affairs of the Alliance. This is evidence that the Alliance is definitely involved with the 5th site that belongs to Kronos. In my opinion, Kronos is currently moving his own army and is trying to interfere with the affairs of the neutral region. If we assume that these circumstances are all true, the 3rd of the 7 great gods, the god of flames, Ignis, will intervene in the matters of the Metabus starting today. We can't approve that. What? Circumstantial evidence is insufficient. We can't allow there to be hostility between the 3rd and 5th seats right now. Lastly, the day where the 7 great gods fought among ourselves, the 8th site, its north border was destroyed completely. Let's just wait here first. Maybe a reason to justify intervention will appear. You sure it's not because you want to see the women of Caspian? What are you staring so intently at? Is she your type? That's not it. Take a closer look. She's pretty. That's not it. I'm telling you to look at her weapon. What are the people from Crack doing here? Crack 2nd Corps Captain Usilha. Crack 3rd Corps Captain Imai Kazuki. Sealha, is this really alright? The Crack Sovereign didn't give us permission for this. We're not in a situation where we can wait. We can't get in contact with Yunsi, who was told to enter the Metabus under the Crack Sovereign's order. He's not strong enough to fight the 6 Metabus gods yet, though. Precisely. I don't understand why he'd be ordered to come here. When was he last heard from? There are records of him contacting Chung Hyo. What? That old man is still alive. Yeah, but that's not what's important right now. Are we really going to go in together? Imai, you might get made a scapegoat, you know. I heard rumors that he is here. Don't act like you don't know. I know you're not going into the Metabus just because of Yunsi. You want to try recruiting him again? He seemed pretty weird. He'll be useful if we bring him in. He's that strong. Stronger than you. I'm obviously stronger, but there's something about him that I can't understand. What's happening? What's getting destroyed? Speak properly. What Jaehuan destroyed is just the facility that connects the cocoon to yesterday. Since it was attacked with a power of destruction. There might have been gods that were logged into yesterday, who had their existences completely erased, but their avatars or puppets were not harmed at all. While the gods were enjoying themselves in yesterday, those avatars or puppets were just their gods' shell. Although some have died, there were others that were freed. The election has been stopped due to an emergency. The authority of the king has declared the entire 7th floor to be in a state of emergency. You guys better get it together. This is how things are supposed to turn out. This election was nothing but a show from the start, but what about to happen from now on isn't. You've made a foolish decision. Now, none of you will be able to make it off the 7th floor alive. It's changing as if it's a cocoon. Artina is intending to deploy her sanctuary with the world power that she accumulated on the 7th floor. You guys get out of here. Run to a place out of reach of her sanctuary. Mr. Jaehoon. If you feel like you can't make it in time, then find a way to go down to the 6th floor. I'll destroy the main plant, which is the central system of yesterday, and where the most world power is gathered. If that place falls, she probably won't be able to deploy her sanctuary across the entirety of the 7th floor. It's already too late. This is the same feeling I felt when I first entered the 7th floor. This space is definitely Artina's sanctuary. That means I'm in yesterday, huh? The unique world that I deployed in the plant outside is probably destroying her sanctuary. Very soon, it'll take over the entire 7th floor and destroy it. There's no need for me to rush things. How do you feel? This is the yesterday in which the gods whom you killed lived. Do you feel the reality of crushing the lives of numerous gods now? Gods don't only live a proper life if they're acknowledged by you. They were living their lives to their best in their own way. You might think that their lives were insignificant, but this world isn't one that you have to go so far to destroy. You have no idea how normal gods lived their lives here. You have zero idea of the gods that were satisfied with yesterday and lived their lives as such. You said you'd kill numerous such gods with your own hands. What? That's the amount I've gotten through completing quests, gathering items and materials, and selling random equipment. I paid that money to the workers on the higher levels that were trying to clear the Tower of Nightmares. To think you went through such a time as well. Interesting. Are you missing those times after seeing this place? Miss them? All of the ones who took my money chose to return to the 77th floor. You must blame them, then. Is that why you loathe the gods of yesterday so much? This place isn't the Tower of Nightmares. Join the Alliance. If you work with us, you'll be able to create the world you desire. That's similar to what they told me when they took my money back then too. You stuck your sword in a plant outside. I wonder where you're getting your confidence from. Royal Guards, Vanguard, get that man. I'll give a 100 new skins gotcha voucher to the one who defeats him. What are you guys scared of? There's only one enemy here. Tire him out and kill him. Kid, I know you're strong, but you won't always have your weapon with you. Someone who has real skills doesn't need weapons. Hoo hoo. I, too, have practiced my slash with just my bare hands from time to time. Look. Just like this. Huh. What's that? With opponents at your level. I doubt I'll need my sword. World power thrust. Hoo hoo, I didn't intend to win from the start. The chief commander who's probably on the floor above possibly knows that as well. My role is to tire you, who'll fight the chief commander. Even if it's just a little, I'll injure you and slow you down. That'll be sufficient for my role. Do you think you can do that? I've made backup plans for a day like today. Backup plans? How's that? Can you fight against someone from crack? What is awakening? In the illusion tree, awakening is defined in various ways. The monarchs call it the system's error, and the gods call it the way mortals become God. Depending on the group that they belong to and the rules that they follow, awakening could be described with a totally different concept. In that case, what does awakening mean to the awakened? You're now free. Jin Yunsi vividly remembered the moment he had heard that sentence. He endured hellish training for a week and finally arrived at his awakening. The awakened are existences who can go against a god with the soul of a human without being restricted by the rules of adaptation. That's the kind of existence I became, though. Aren't I supposed to be free now? Where am I now? Even after using dismantle and assemble, I still can't figure out where I am. Was I kidnapped? I've heard occasional tales of awakened being kidnapped by the monarchs of the 12 regions or the gods of the abyss. Who kidnapped me, then? What was I last doing? You acted all strong, but I knew this'd happen to you. Did the metabus look like an easy place to you? A kid's a kid, after all. How sloppy, running your mouth, saying that the metabus 6 gods were nothing much. Stop bullying him. He's gonna start crying. Hey, do you know how many gods died by his hands? What's all this? Yeah, we mustn't go easy on him. Where is this place? Who am I? What was I supposed to do? This place is yesterday. You're my puppet. Kill that man. How's that? Can you fight against someone from crack? Do you think I'd be scared of you guys? Did she make him into a puppet? Jae Hwan. How did you come in? I already told you. I'm basically a part of you. That aside, it looks like you guys have already started fighting. Give me some time. I'll give you 3 minutes. Artina, you heard that, right? You'll be killed within 3 minutes. Anderson, stop it before you end up in an even more pathetic state. You don't want to die like Justice, do you? I know it's tiring enough for you just to maintain this sanctuary. Now that the plants have stopped supplying world power to you, how long are you going to keep this tough act up for? I didn't believe it when I heard rumors of you becoming the king of the 7th floor, because the Artina I knew wouldn't imprison other gods and exploit them. I've never stopped any god from leaving yesterday, yeah, because the gods have already become so sick that they can't get out on their own. Even if they get out, they won't get the life that they want. What awaits them outside of yesterday is just the metabus. Then they should get off the metabus too.